So today I wanted to go on and to film this video because I want to be totally transparent with all of the platforms that I'm selling on, because I want for people, if they think that they want to go and try online selling, coming from somebody that's entirely new into it. I just started back in January. This is November now, 2022. So, you know, not with a social media following. I don't have tons of followers on Instagram or anything like that. Anybody that's kind of in my position, a little bit of an older, more mature person as well. So I wanted to be open so you can take a look and see if it's something that you'd be interested in doing. Now, the platform I sell on, well, I have sold on Whatnot, and also Poshmark and Mercari. I'm going to be going over all three, exactly what my sales have been for up until this point, so you can take a look. I'm also going to let you know how much effort I put into it. So, you know, if you go on and you're looking at Whatnot, and it's like an online type of auction setting, so you have to think of QVC. Back with, you know, if you think you can be a QVC host, that's the type of, you know, bubbly, upbeat personality or something like that, that you think you have to have in order to sell on these platforms. That's not true. If you go and watch the shows, you have everybody that's from the super bubbly personality that's on there that's selling, to someone that's more subdued, and they're just, you know, putting their items up and they're showing their items, and those are selling as well. So you don't have to be over the top, anything like that, like this. Yeah, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do a happy dance.
Happy dance is the apple pie happy dance.
You don't have to really do high pressure sales. Just be yourself. That's the best thing with anything at all that you're going to do. Be yourself, because it's going to make it a lot easier, much more enjoyable for you, but it's going to be profitable for you. That's what we're going to talk about. So our first platform we're going to talk about is Whatnot. I did another video a while back with some Whatnot. I might be putting some pieces of that into this one, but I'm going to take you onto my dashboard now. I did 3 shows on Whatnot. The first show that I did, and I recommend this for everyone, is that I wanted to do a show just to check out the software, make sure that I was going to be able to get on there and record and not have any type of issues. I had watched quite a few shows with other people, and sometimes they would have technical difficulties, or their phone would give out, and then they would have to pop back in, you know, later on, and it would just throw off the whole momentum of the show. So, you know, I wanted to go on and do a test run first. I recommend that for everybody to do a test run. And one thing that's interesting is I thought that Whatnot was kind of the first time that they've offered something like this online, like an online type of a sales platform. But there's a show that I was watching, and I'm going to link it in the show notes below. Really super interesting on LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe.
What in the hell? LuLaRoe, what is that?
We are creating confidence and security.
I believe that's what it's called. It was leggings and like dresses and shirts that women were selling on online live on Facebook. And, you know, just the way they were auctioning and selling these items reminded me a lot of Whatnot. So it didn't turn out very well from them, though. But it was a super interesting documentary. So I'm going to link that in the show notes below, so you can take a look and see if you want to, you know, see if you enjoy that as well. If you're the type that you kind of like, you know, online sales, things like that type of platform, it might be interesting to you. I think Instagram also has something where you can do online sales with them, some type of a selling platform. I'm not that familiar with it. I'm not that heavy into Instagram or really even Facebook either. But I need to step my game up a little bit. I know. But if for anything else, I'm trying to build a YouTube community, and I know you have to be active in other platforms in order to do so. And I want to show you all with my journey. That it can work for you, or maybe it's not going to work out. But you can kind of see how my journey's going, and if it's something that you might be interested in, if you want to be like a content creator. Or we're going to have interviews with a lot of different people, and I'm going to be interviewing some resellers also, and getting their history, why they got into it, how they're doing it. I'm sure they're doing much better than I am, which is going to be evident when we dive into my screen right now. So we're going to go over to my screen, and the first thing we're going to do, and of course my birds are over here all happy because I'm talking not to them, but when I talk to them, sometimes they're like super quiet. When I'm randomly talking, they lose their minds. But we're gonna go sign into Whatnot, and that's gonna be towards the end probably, if you want to go and sign up for Whatnot. And maybe you'll make a decision you don't want to after you see what my sales were, folks. It's not a pretty sight. You're gonna like this one. So I'm on the Whatnot website, and you're gonna click your top little profile person here that's at the top. You're gonna go down to your seller dashboard. That's where all the magic is. That's gonna show you what your sales were for your total sales. Your total sales were. Okay. So now you can see that I started in September 3rd, 2022. It even has the time. It looks like that I started. And you can see my total sales. Are you guys ready for this? I've had 2 shows, okay? 2 shows. And my total sales were, drum roll, $16. Yes, I made 16. No, that was my sales. Wait a minute. Wait, guys. That was the total that I sold. That's not what I earned. And it's kind of weird. I'm going to have to reach out to them. But at this point, I don't even care. My total earnings. Here's my earnings. Okay, you've got your total sales. That's what you sold in totality. That's what you sold was $16 worth. Then you have what you earned, and that's, I guess, when they take their fees or whatever off. And this is where I'm a little confused with what they have as my total earned, because it's really weird. I don't know. I'm going to show you guys. You're seeing it here on my screen, so I'm going to show it to you. But my total earned was $9.84, and that is before my COG. Yeah. Do you know what COG is? COG. Cost of goods. So yes, that's before I went, and you have to factor in your merchandise that you purchased out of that $9.84, not to mention the time that I spent taking pictures of the merchandise, which some of it I can't even find. I'm going to try to put pictures up of the things that I sold. If I can find it in my phone, I think there might have been one item which I should not have sold it, but I was so happy to have one sale that I kind of grabbed this item as well. And I started my auctions, I think at $3, which was crazy for me to do also. But I'm going, you're competing against people that are on there starting their auctions at $1. Okay. So I did go out and source specifically for this. There was one item that I did sell that I hadn't sourced for hair. And, I probably shouldn't have sold it, but it's a learning experience, guys. That's what we're going to talk about at the end. How I felt about it. But So there was one, it was a suede shirt that I sewed on here, and I'm going to show you. We're going to go in and kind of look at the sale. This one here on the screen, the top one that it was for the Saturday night pop-up show that I did. It's really crazy because down here are the shipments. Now I sold a Michael Kors top that was here, and I sold that for $4. And the buyer paid shipping on it. We have an image here, so I'm going to click on that so you can kind of see what that looked like. And that was just this right here. It was really, really pretty, very pretty top. So yeah, I sold that. And then down here I had a Disney Park famous unicorn top that I sold. Now I sold that one for $8. Now this Michael Kors one, I don't know why it's saying that. It's so weird because everything was shipped out. I don't know what's going on with Whatnot, people. I really don't. And I'm assuming that if this seller didn't get their merchandise, that they would have reached out by now. Here it says it was delivered. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so let's go to the Disney Parks famous unicorn top. I'm going to open that up so you can see the image. It says Glitter Coffee Famous, and it was a unicorn top, a Disney Parks top that was actually new with tags. So that sold for $8. And that same person, they purchased a dress that I had that was actually out of my closet. It was a pretty blue, not like a mini dress, but it hit just right above the knees, and it had a lace overlay to it. It was a navy blue. I'm sorry, I don't have a picture of that one. I'm laughing because my birds are going nuts over here. But yes. Patches, Joe. Hey. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's what we had, and that was on that particular auction that was on September 3rd. Click down here. Here was here was another auction that I did, and that was on 8/27, and I sold 3 items for that auction. Total sold was $13. Total earned was $10.35. So when you add those two together from the prior auction, and which I earned, what did it say, $9, because I don't know what happened with the $9, because it says that it looks like one thing didn't get delivered, or I don't know if the shopper didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that because like I said, it was shipped out. I've never not shipped anything, and there was only 3 items that sold in there. So I'm gonna have to check the tracking on that one. I'm just gonna kind of click it and open it up in another tab, and I'll check it after the video here. But so that was $9.84, and then it was for the second show it was $10.35. I sold 3 items. Oh, here is the suede top that I was telling you all about that I sold. I sold it for $7. I started the auction. I might have even started that auction at $7 probably, because I think this person just went ahead and bid on it. I had a really nice boho type of a crisscross top. It was like a peasant type of a shirt that I sold for $3. And then a cable engaged top that I wore, and I think I wore it maybe 2 times. It was in perfect condition, really, really pretty, like a hot pink type of a color. That sold for $3. So, guys, I could have easily sold these things on Poshmark for probably triple the price, if not more, than what I did here. Let me go up and see if it has any type of a that was the seller dashboard. Does it have anything in this? Let's take a look. I have an account balance. Now I did take $10.35 out of the account because you have to do it in increments of, it has to be over $10. You see, I have an account balance that's here for $9.84. I guess I'm going to have to probably go and watch a show so I can use that balance up, because out of the two shows, I made, let's say, roughly a little bit over $20. And if you look at the amount of time that I spent, shows probably ran, I would say, at least 45 minutes. So that's an hour and a half of time right there for those two shows. Not to mention the test show that I did, which was probably another half an hour. So that's 2 hours and 15 minutes right there. I can't tell you how much time I spent, like, just taking photos of things and you know, writing up little brief descriptions and getting my items set up, purchasing tags in order to run the items with. So I'm in the negative with Whatnot, and it didn't work out very well for me, but the thing that is good, guys, that I got from it, and you have to look at that with everything that every endeavor that you do. I learned a lot. I learned a lot with this. It made me comfortable just trying to, you know, get your items and talking to a room of nobody, which is kind of what I'm doing right now, even here. So maybe it helped a little bit even with this, because it gets you used to just talking on camera and just kind of riffing. And because when I was having my Whatnot shows, I'd have maybe 3, 4, 5 people in the show, which is, you know, but I wasn't discouraged. And I learned how to set up my equipment and to work that. So it was fine. Was it fine financially? No, not at all. Not at all. I lost money, and I spent a lot of time working on it. But I like I said, I did learn a lot now. So that is what I've made on Whatnot for my 2 shows that I did. Actually, 3 shows that I did. A little over $20, guys. So that was, like I said, I can't even say that it was like at $3 an hour, which was what I made on my first job back. I'm not even gonna tell what year that was, but you can probably figure it out if you look at the minimum wage, and you can see when the minimum wage was like at $3.35. I think that it was. First job was in a little burger spot, and I loved it. I really did. But I made less money here on Whatnot. I can't tell you how many decades later than I made on my first job. So it wasn't profitable for me. There are some people, though, some shows that I saw where people were really selling, and they were, you know, they were doing well. I know that they were making a nice profit. But you know, I guess that what I had wasn't that, you know, you have to, the one lady I saw that she was selling like gloves and all these things. I talked about it in the other video that I know I'm going to be intermingling these 2 videos together. But she did an amazing, she was selling like hundreds of dollars worth of items in, you know, maybe the span of 15 minutes. So I know that it turned out really profitable for her. And there were a couple other sellers too that really did really well. But you know, I wasn't one of them. I don't know if these other people maybe had, well, the lady with the gloves and the things like that, she just had amazing merchandise. I'm not gonna, my merchandise does not touch hers at all. My Michael Kors or whatever, you know, little items that I have. I do have some little, it's not anything anywhere near what she had at all. But, you know, when I go out, I do try to find things that are a little bit different. And because that's kind of what I'm drawn to. Something that's a little different to put in the shop. You know, but still, you know, it Whatnot wasn't the platform for it. Maybe if I had continued, it would have done well. And let me see. I'm going to tell you how many like followers that I have too, because I was going in and trying to, you know, go in and be a follower and support other sellers that were on the platform. I want to say I have maybe 200 and some followers, guys. I can't find where my, oh, here it is. Yeah, it's under, you go into your profile, and then you just click your username at the top. Mine is Nina's Florida Finds, and I have 233 followers that are there, and I have a review, which I'm surprised that I have a review, but I don't know how to click on it and even be able to see how the reviews work. So yeah, well, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm going to be doing a another video with my profit that I've made from Mercari, which was definitely higher than hair, and my profit that I've made so far on Poshmark, which Poshmark has been my top seller in the reselling type of genre. You know, I do have other little things that I do to bring in additional income. But as far as the reselling, Poshmark has been the top. I tried Facebook Marketplace with a couple of things, and I didn't have any sales on there at all. But again, I don't go in and market it either, guys. So that's another thing I have to tell you too. When I did my whatnot, I even did it as a pop-up, so I didn't even have it, you know, listed on the platform long enough for people to go in and bookmark my show or anything like that. So I can't necessarily fault it. I put as much effort into it as I possibly could. I do work a full-time job. I've got some other side businesses that I do. So while I did devote several hours, I would say probably a little bit more than that, probably about, I'd say maybe 6 or 7 hours just trying to get the shows together, get things together for the shows. And that doesn't include the sourcing that I did for the merchandise either. But, that's okay. I go sourcing anyway, and that's an enjoyable part. That's the most enjoyable part, actually, of online selling for me. I am not crazy about taking the photographs. It's just really time consuming. I need to kind of streamline it a bit. But I think that's the issue with a lot of resellers, is that they enjoy the sourcing, but actually getting everything together and putting it online is where it's a bit difficult. But I just want to thank you guys for joining me and for taking a look at this. Is Whatnot, would I recommend Whatnot for someone that is reselling? I honestly, here's what I'd have to say. If you're signed up with Poshmark, and Poshmark now has this Poshmark shows that they're doing, I'm not crazy about the shows, guys. My sales have plummeted since the lives and the shows have started. And I think that's, I don't think it's a coincidence. I'm on Facebook groups with a lot of other resellers on Poshmark, and they've mentioned the same thing also, that their sales have dropped since the shows have started. So I'm not, I don't know. I don't know yet how I feel about it, but I had already signed up to do the Poshmark shows, and I received an email that my onboarding is actually going to be next week. So if you've signed up for Poshmark and the shows, and you want to do the shows, and sometimes I know there's a bit of a waiting list for them to get people on board. If you can get on Whatnot, go ahead and do it, just because you can get that experience behind you, and get your equipment set up, and just become used to that flow that you need to do with the auction. So I would say that Whatnot is a good platform if you want to just get some experience, gain some experience before you go on to Poshmark. I've heard a lot of things that other platforms might start implementing the live sales as well, like eBay. I don't know if it's just chatter or not, but you have to be prepared, especially if this is like your main source of income, or it's like your only source of your side your side hustle, your side business income. You want to be ready if things change. You want to be prepared for that change. So yeah, sharpen your skills, my friends. And, I'm going to be bringing you some other ideas of other things to do, to make some extra money, for yourself, as well. So it's not just going to be, resale. We're going to be speaking with other women that have, started different businesses, and not just on the real sale platform. So hopefully we'll find something that'll resonate with you, and bring you some additional financial stability, increase our confidence, all those things that we need when we get a little bit older. Okay, well, my friends, let me get ready to get out of here, and I will not join you, but I will see you soon. Hope you have an amazing day, and thanks for spending time with me. Bye-bye.